So moved and they're on in.
Councilwoman Inman, Councilwoman Yolanda Murphy, Mayor Reynolds.
Councilman Darrell Honorary.
Councilman Diane Howard.
Thank you so much. At this moment, we would like to prepare for a moment of silence. Make sure all phones are silenced at this time. Thank you. At this moment, council, we can go ahead and approve the agenda. I do have one addition. When you state your motion, that will be letter G for new business. We need to do a second read of text amendment for zoning.
I'd like to make a motion to approve tonight's city council meeting, Monday, May 4th, 5:30 p.m. to add letter G under new business for decision, the second reading of the text amendment.
All right, is there a second?
A second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you so much. At this moment, we have public comments. Is there any? Ms. Ashley?
I have one public comment, Ms. Deborah Jackson.
All right.
Yes, thank you, City Council. Question in terms of where is possible to get a copy of the current year's city budget. Let's see that expenditures as well as the listing of these lost projects and the funding that's it is possible to actually put that information on the website. So what's happening with the projects. And I know to be another source to actually create an advisory committee for the SWAT so that looks into how since opportunity to expand it's funny enough to expand it because
Thank you. All right. And we didn't have any others, any public comments?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. We're going to move forward to, of course, the consent agenda. But we can go ahead and close out our city council meeting so we can go into a public hearing. Possible council.
Motion to open.
Say that again, Ashley?
Just a motion to open.
Motion, okay. To open, yeah. Okay, well, you said motion, right?
So I'd like to make a motion to come out of the city council meeting and to begin the public hearing.
All right, can you state the special exemption 6963 Main Street? Just on the record.
Okay, for the special exception of 6963 Main Street.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, ayes have it. And we have Mr. Bill Johnston, our zoning administrator. He will come up to give us that information for a decision.
Section 27, 896 provides criteria for assessing an application for a special exception. Like to read guidance from the ordinance, special exceptions are neither absolutely permitted as a matter of right nor prohibited in particular zoning districts. Such uses of property are permitted as generally compatible with the zoning district, but not in every location herein, nor without certain standards or other requirements or conditions met. Uses which require special exception are potentially incompatible with uses allowed in a particular zoning district. So there are A through T criteria for assessing an application for special exception. They have to do with traffic impacts on surrounding uses, and decided that those uses are compatible with downtown. We look at the region, a lot of small downtowns are revival as things based on restaurant traffic. So the impact on property values, which is important to consider, vacant buildings brought back online, or a range of commercial uses should increase. The comprehensive plan establishes an in-town mixed-use character area that includes general retail, service commercial, office professional, and higher density residential, as well as some public and open space facilities. Service commercial includes restaurants, which is consistent with the comprehensive plan. With that, I'll take any questions. The recommendation is for approval of the application. The only condition that comes to mind is perhaps the condition that limits the hours of operation. I think we dealt with that issue with another restaurant in the past. So those hours of operation are probably consistent with the ordinance. So this is one question.
Council, any questions for Bill Johnson?
So just for clarity, this is the new restaurant that went from the donut, was it the bakery? No, which one is this one?
On Main Street, right across from, place.
Okay. Right, the little, yeah, the little storefront.
What type of restaurant is it?
Where are they proposing? I'm sorry, I'm lost.
You guys can hear from the applicant at this time if you would like.
Okay, yeah, let the applicant explain what they're going to be doing. I'm at a loss, I got mixed up with something. Hi. Hi, Brittany.
I created a little folder.
Thank you. You need that.
Better assess.
Thank you.
Hey, Brittany. Thank you. We can share.
It's not there yet.
Thank you.
And then also. Okay, so Auburn is a neighborhood focused establishment intended to revitalize the downtown Lithonia area. This establishment will represent a unique opportunity to enhance the local landscape while maintaining the quiet character of the neighborhood. The Auburns will increase the foot traffic to the downtown area, which will attract patrons to nearby boutiques and other establishments. It will also create an active storefront during the evening hours, which can naturally deter crime. The Auburns will also add value to the neighborhood by bringing a sophisticated amenity, which will make the neighborhood more desirable for professionals and families as well. Unlike traditional high-value bars, this concept focuses on craftsmanship, heritage, and community connection. The hidden nature means there's no flashy signage or disruptive outdoor crowds. There will be strict seating policies will prevent overcrowding. You may need a secret password to get into the establishment. It's going to be consistent of a cocktail speakeasy vibe. We will offer charcuterie boards and a few amenities from outdoor shows. And I also have a picture. This is a mock-up of sort of what you can expect.
What is the square footage of this establishment?
Right under this is the spreadsheet.
Okay, so it looks long. And how many is the seating?
The seating will probably be around 40.
Around 40.
We're using not your traditional seating, it's more furniture based.
Have you had your fire inspection?
Not yet, only because we need this approval, but I've been in contact with the fire department and they just went ahead and told me about how.
Your capacity, maximum
They said
capacity?
50, so I'm aiming for more 40, so that's what I've been working on with the floor plan. So they said not to move forward, so.
this is on the corner, right? The corner piece.
Yes, it's sort of right across from the barber shop. So the barber shop's right here,
So
and
those
then
small-
the across.
You know where, 5 minutes, salt, pepper,
Oh, yes. Very small.
It does, but it seems like it's sort of what we call shotgun, kind of like go straight.
Yeah,
To the
straight to the back. So the back of the establishment will be more so a lounge area, pushing the bathroom over to the right. The bar, when you first walk in, will be looking at the bar. To the left of it will be seating.
How many
So it's
feet
not-
long?
So it's not in, it's about 18 feet, the bar. So the bar is gonna sit about anywhere between 10 to
The building, how many feet long is the,
The building is open last month, I believe.
across, 40 by 18?
So the building is up.
80 feet deep and a 40 front?
Yeah.
Actually, do you have an architecture design? Because I know a lot of people come in with
Yeah.
proposals, but then once that money get them for what you need to do to get the Camp County approved, which is a crazy long process.
Yes, in the process. But when I was talking to him, he said to get that moving first, and then the fire department can basically approve the CAD and based on the CAD, architecture adjustments. So, that's what he said.
It reminds me of, Conyers, the historic Conyers. What's that restaurant that I like?
Virgins.
Yes.
That came to mind too.
So
Yeah.
it's a place called the Nancy.
Downtown Avenue.
Yeah,
As soon as I saw that, I said,
yeah.
I've been there. It's amazing.
So I'm friends with the owner, so I was trying to bring like a really small scale Nancy. So
Gotcha.
So I was thinking of the Nancy, we don't have too many of them in Georgia, but I'm from New York and I live in Texas. They have a lot of
Speakeasies.
speakeasies.
Yeah, we know.
We could do it, remember, we haven't decided yet, but we could do a membership base where we go open to the public. I think we invite more traffic to be open to the public and just have that speakeasy vibe, so that's what we're going to do.
I guess if I had a question, no one everyone's finished. I'm trying to figure out the special use exemption portion of it, as far as why that was needed if we already have alcoholic beverages, in our district. You say you're not sure? So we're just doing this as a secondary measure, is what I'm understanding?
It's built into the ordinance that way. When you have certain businesses that have, that for certain, have to come for you all, so that those questions can be asked. It's just implemented without approval first. So
Okay.
because they are an alcohol service business, because they are a restaurant that would have conditional hours or later hours, they have to come for you all. Okay, as a second, it's built into the ordinance that way.
Okay. Mhm. Okay. Yeah, it was very confusing reading this. But I get what you're saying. Since it's already established active, alcohol based businesses there. But okay. I like your plan.
Thank you.
Mhm.
A question dealing with the hours, are the hours okay?
Will you establish what hours again? If you adhere to what you put in here.
Okay.
4 p.m. to 2 a.m. on Friday and Saturday, Sundays 12 to 11. 5 to 10 p.m. 10 p.m. It's Sunday 10 p.m.
say that. Is it 10 p.m. council on Sunday or is it, can it be 11?
Is it 10?
I believe 10 p.m. on Sundays.
It's 11?
It's 11? Oh,
Okay.
excuse me.
We get the 2 days worth of dues.
Yeah, okay. Just making sure.
So Friday and Saturday is 2, so I'm sure she already checked it with 2. So.
And please don't take this the wrong way when I say this. You have hours of operation. It looks like every day. You sure you're gonna be open every day?
Yes, it's a plan every day. 'Cause my biggest pet peeve.
Right. That's all that.
But we did discuss, worst case scenario, only thing we can do is but today the goal with everyone.
Hopefully, it should be everybody will be open when they say they're gonna be open.
Yes, because I mean, like, with the things and everything, we would have. It says open, so we should try to go back. So it's not open. Okay.
Okay.
So I don't know if this is getting too deep into your business, but are you planning on doing DoorDash and like?
No, it's so.
Right.
But it's like, because the space isn't big enough to have like a full that picture. And you download one, local successful, we did get another space on Main Street and do initially. And then but that is a goal. I hope you like the next thing. Like relaxing after work or day. When, just need to and what I think about it. I don't want to have to go to this meeting. Getting over these stuff. Down the road, when you're home, you want to feel good. Yeah. It's
Kitchen in?
no, I said the space. In the future, learning space. Not close this one down, get another one.
I'm sorry, I probably jumped in there. So this basically.
I keep thinking ahead.
Okay.
All right. So if I'm not mistaken, this is the previous Platinum Lounge location.
No, Platinum Lounge is still open.
You see it shows up on here, 69, 63?
69, 61.
Right here, what is it?
We got it wrong.
Oh, okay. I was like, I know I'm not looking at the wrong thing. Okay, so wrong address.
Oh, yeah, she just flashed it in number one.
We have Platinum Lounge.
Oh, we got it.
Some space right there.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great. We're still in public hearing, and I would like to hear Ward 4. Oh, this went in. Ward 4. Good. You want to highlight what little highlights? He didn't indicate for Oregon, but yeah, they've made it. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Good evening, Mr. Speaker, and the owner, manager of space on my husband. I am a licensed real estate broker. We owned and been in the downtown space since 2010. So here for a long time, and I'm really excited about the project that's being brought forward before the council. Very particular, the space has been vacant for quite some time, probably over a year now. It's certainly not because I put someone in there, but because it's been very particular about what space comes there. We really want to see the downtown Lithonia area grow, the College Park area, Avondale type area. We got a restaurant, and this is a small space for a restaurant, so I'm actually glad to hear
out again. I need to close out the hearing so we can make a decision. And then you're in the council. All right, so I make a motion to come out of the public hearing and back into the city council meeting.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, ayes have it. All right, right now, council, we need to make a decision for the special exception at 6961 Main Street. Mr. Johnson has already gave us the information needed, so whenever you're ready to do that motion to approve or deny.
I motion to approve um, the building special exception at 6961 Main Street.
Is there a second? Susan? Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? All right, ayes have it. Thank you so much. 6961, it's supposed to be 6963? That's what I asked.
Well, it made a
It shows the wrong.
You had 60.
On the map too.
6961 at AB.
Actually, I'm looking at it.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
So it should be 6963?
Okay. Okay. Make it sense now.
Okay, we have 6963.
I'll be doing correct function.
Yeah,
Okay.
for the record.
For the record, I will correct the address to 6963 for the special exception for on Main Street.
For a second. Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? All right, ayes have it. Thank you so much. I see there is no more business tonight. We're going to proceed over to new business. And we have Councilwoman Amelia Inman for discussion on the Georgia Initiative for Community Housing. Yes, okay. So, Mayor Jackson reached out. She would love to see about us potentially starting a committee on housing, so that way we can kind of re-trigger or re-implement or something kind of conversation right around housing. And I did inform her about some challenges that we've had with, public housing and things that are out of our control. But at least having this committee could maybe help kind of get some things started in the positive directions towards us actually having something on paper and getting the communication, started and progressing in it. And I told her we've had conversations here and there with our new people in place. But I would love to take this time so I can stop talking. And Mayor Jackson, if you would like to say a few words about it, you can. I got when you speak to us, see if you can enlighten us too on how, I don't know if this has anything to do with the apartment that we did, what is it, credit card cost, and that issue that we've been having. I need to understand all of that. And let me say this too. So I had the same discussion with Mayor Jackson, and I said how there was like a lot of negative things going on. I was not on council, but I know that we've had a lot of public meetings about it. And the original idea was to have retail development space, to have property taxes and all that. So I'll let her speak to that point. But just in her coming to me about creating a committee that's for future stuff that hopefully everyone will be engaged with, simply because there's benefits being part of the Georgia Initiative of Community Housing. So I'm gonna stop talking. So you can just put all in. So I guess, yeah.
And so we are now a look like. So what it is like, it is an opportunity to somebody get from Texas to have housing in the city, plan. So something that actually is included in housing inventory. So this is not a good idea. idea was to return to the city's tax base. Subsequently, after the project was opened, challenge the evaluation that was done on the tax assessment. So that was the foundation. So they have started paying the taxes on that. So while food litigation, not that it's tax free, so when I looked it up, I saw that they actually started paying taxes to the county. Now, the state gets values on what the valuation is, village unit. So, literally, they should receive at least $40,000 in taxes each year. Based on the tax bill.
Keep going, keep going.
Yeah, you just go to the county's tax position website, pull up the tax bills, and see what the city's portion of that. Even in 2018, there was some benefit $1,000. So I don't know if it's paid. So the idea of reestablishing a housing is that Columbia alumni advocacy program, they have developed new criteria for certified alumni. And so, to be a certified alumni, the next one is advocates. They have to have regular resolutions, and attend as to what happened. They're treated, they get very good but you get to meet other communities, what kind of issues, presentations, that they kind of get sense of what other people do around those issues. Or just some of the tricks of life. So I looked at there's a good housing ability, there could be an opportunity to engage with some of those projects available. There's and just to have them be part of the process of the opportunities available, land, those interested in part of some kind of housing. But just put together a plan based on what the housing. Yeah, county has. As well.
Do you have anyone in mind that would like to serve at all?
But there are a couple of people just speak on the team, so.
Any other questions, council?
And I think the only cost of so because the I think there's the certified alumni, so you can apply for something, but then get technical assistance. We kind of sort of have a plan that they, are
So I'm gonna say this, a lot of times when we put certain meetings together for the public, a lot of people don't really engage. So I know that since I've started the roundtable, we have more people coming. And possibly on our next meeting, but I know you said the next retreat is going to be in September, right? So hopefully before then we can have another one and just make that kind of all together, and hopefully we have a lot of people come on, just a virtual meeting, and make that our main discussion. In lieu of, I don't know if you guys want to do the committee soon or not. It just depends on where you guys are at with that. But that could probably be a platform for us to discuss how we're going to move forward and who's going to hopefully champion going to the retreat. Whether, I know my schedule is crazy with work, but if you guys have the ability to go in person, part of that retreat, that would be perfect and bring the information back to us. And where's the retreat number again? Okay, but it's usually like in 1 day or 2 days. How many days? Okay, so something would need to be available for that time. So I don't know if people like to do it again this year, or but if we are going to move forward, then we might need to make those plans sooner than later. Um, I don't know, but this is just for discussion. So yeah. I don't know if you guys remember if anybody responded to Ms. Nikki Davis in her request for us to kind of develop a committee. Correct. So I say that to say we don't want all these different pockets and committees of different. Right. Maybe we could kind of figure out like who was on board with Nikki and kind of channel those people in to see if we can kind of combine them efforts. Because right now my mind like, okay, Nikki want to do this, Nikki want to do. I'm just like, maybe we can combine those efforts. So I don't know who wants to champion that. I can send you Nikki Davis contact information. I can speak with her first and just let her know what you are interested in doing as soon as possible. I would love to know what you guys' feedback is though, because I don't want to be doing this in a silo. I want to know you all's feedback on it.
I say my feedback. I believe that we should champion our own right now. I don't believe as the corporation yet. Talking having her to like get part of constructing this committee would really benefit separately. Working with some other people, but not to have that as the put possible for sure that is the outcome of the
I cannot right now. I can't. Okay, well, we'll be in touch. We're gonna work it out. Thank you. All right, let's move forward to Peace Walk with Emory Healthcare.
Each one, within your healthcare, great opportunity. So they do a thing every year. They call marijuana keep walk. It's in remembrance of a young girl that was so it's in regardless of a little girl who was hanging out in the park with her friend that was killed by a stray bullet. So her friends came together, remember her to wear form to basically say, hey, you're the victim, we'll do the 100%. So it's taken on every healthcare and kind of champion to the each walk with the Young Girls Foundation. So they were doing it Arabian Mountain area each year, and said that they kind of outgrown that. It was not something different. They kind of canvassed through several areas, and basically said they like more downtown Main Street with peaceful. They kind of viewed it as they say it 5 days they used to do. They were willing to shorten it up, kind of fit the city, which their plan was. The request initially, we started talking, they just kind of wanted to start here, go down Main Street, left on Center, come up Maxwell. We did for this year on Main Street. Well, through the conversation I had with them, I asked them, if we shut Main Street down and you guys come out, they said, if we did that, vendors come out and supply a real nice portable battle trailer, banner, sign, the whole 9 yards, because it's something that every healthcare system for people do. With that, the idea is that each walk would be June 6th, which is Saturday. June 5th is one of observed that as gun violence awareness. So, of course, they want to bring like a small stage game so everybody off the red carpet. They actually, we were in the middle of the conversation. I said, look, we have no problem doing that. We'd love to have some kind of event like that. They said that they event. They had much bring their healthcare plus and all their healthcare professionals out here. That's kind of so just put that on the radar. I know we're going to be meeting again, do some training. But then back to that. Questions?
June 6th, Saturday. That's how we're.
Just talking about maybe just get walk. Stay a while. Stay a while. And get them on Main Street, get them walk around. Right. They said, I think last year they had about 200 people show up. They said that they were hoping to get some.
Where you going?
Budget. What's everything?
Next up will be budget.
So this is, I'm talking about what, this is.
Dates. Say it again. Dates. Thank you.
Also will be, have a work session there.
Work session day.
If we have to move that.
You doing it 2 times a day again?
This is now, I will pay the county. Early.
Wait a minute, you said May 20th? I thought it was on Wednesday.
Well, we have to move to that.
And what time do you have?
This is when we have a meeting.
I'm supposed to speak at a graduation. I'm gonna verify the time. It's earlier, you think?
Oh, yeah, well, I looked at down there earlier.
Oh, perfect, okay.
Budget. Oh, it's something else. So you know what my question is.
So,
How did we do last year?
exactly what we should have a very, very budget. So, but then you'll have the last year, this year, this week. I'm good on this week before, but looking at, so about to see, audit,
So what happened to our audit?
well, the audit, is we have a draft.
The auditor, he said he,
Yeah, so he sold to, for yeah, he got out of business. He sold it off.
so he quit with us?
Well, he got out of business. The business is still the same, but they sold to a larger company.
So we still had them? So we still had them, so what was the delay? So you changed them?
We're just, once we get this final, we're gonna bring it home.
Okay, so at this point, we still have them.
We got this draft.
So then we'll be looking for them.
As far as the budget is concerned, the dates, you said May 20th, 5:30? Okay. Is there any other dates? And what time? Understood.
See, I wanted to do.
May 25th is Memorial Day.
So whatever it was last year, if anything that happened, if we spent too much money or we didn't spend, that should be relevant to the next budget. So, that's the thing. What can we cut? Besides just rate going up, up, and up. It means that we're spending money. If we could cut something having a balance sheet or finance statement. And we can- I think you told me that last time.
What, it's the implementation phase, the accounting side. So when you put the audit in, the actual funding, it is a bit frustrating about the audit. The auditor has a balance sheet on the how are you auditing? You're emailing us at 2:30 in the morning because you're on. So
That's understandable.
there's just so much frustration.
So what the town $30 discrepancy?
They missed certain things.
They sent you an unbalanced statement.
Yeah. The auditor, Lisa had to fix it and say, hey, that's.
She should. You know, every month it's spending money, she does.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know what she do.
I think she could.
It's my favorite.
You know, my nerves.
She could produce that, I did that sheet, but she didn't, but the actual P&L if you want, all she has to do is get a budget saved, spit it out, which is kind of what we teach, what we got to teach.
And everyone remember Sage was right. I think the biggest thing, yeah, I think the biggest thing is just maybe having a consistent date every month to get a P&L statement. And I think it'll wrap up a lot of the concerns we have before budget time gets here. So we can kind of have a understanding of kind of general sense where we are.
So now you will be bringing it out.
That's right.
She was supposed to be there. That was the big, buy-in. You know, even early meetings, it helps to buy in for us, people as her and the other girl. Because the girl never came to the meeting. Now she does. It's supposed to be a financial report every meeting. Well, every meeting, every month. Every month. So this is going to, hopefully, we have an account for our splash one. We're still working with a balance there, and a splash two.
We literally take all the swaps accounts.
Under which splash?
Also has the post, with the notices, she has those three post audits. Remember how we used to get the budget, you guys used to always
Yep.
like, well, there's this code, but there's 5 different codes under it that look like they do the same thing.
Yeah, I don't think it was that many. It was maybe one or two different codes, and then we got rid of those. I think there was accounts. There were accounts that we wasn't using.
So now the new system has literally, you have to go in, over everything.
So having a knowledge of the balance that's in an account is crucial when we're trying to get stuff approved.
Any other, as far as the dates, the whole state dates, is it 2 days or 3?
So we do the two and
We have made the 20th, I know 20th.
Say that again?
May 25th.
Or change it to Tuesday, 26th. May 26th and May 20th. 26th, yeah. Oh, we got rid of the 6th. We got rid of the 25th. We never had a 6th. No.
So then basically we're going to be on our council meetings, but it's holidays and election affecting those 2 days. our neighborhood is. All right, all hearts clear, sounds like, let's move to millage rate and, I'm sorry, wait, millage rate. Has to be completed before June of a certain date, right? July 5th. Before July 5th? Right. Let's proceed with, this is a decision, moratorium on recovery center.
We spoke before about the reference to, recovery center, small, healthcare center, so this is the,
What's the decision?
To cover,
I was about to say this. Okay,
to put the moratorium in place.
right, that's what I thought.
We didn't do that last, we just
yeah, we just talked.
made a discussion.
Testing came out, okay.
Did we have a copy of the moratorium?
It was saying that you got his email. After.
This afternoon, okay.
A resolution by the mayor and city council of the city of Lithonia, Georgia, establishing a temporary moratorium on the acceptance or consideration of any new, expanded, or modified request for a zoning decision, land disturbance permit, or business license application for all alcohol and or drug abuse treatment or rehabilitation centers to otherwise authorize performance of all other acts necessary to accomplish the intent of the resolution, to provide for an effective date for all other purposes.
Was there a start and end date on the moratorium? Did she say, I'm sorry, I was listening real hard. 6 months moratorium, then we would address it, you would bring that up and we would address it again at that time. You looking for a motion?
That's a quick question. This was brought about because of some of the slap line, right, over there from the first lesson.
I motion to approve the moratorium on recovery centers.
Second, any discussion? Question? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right, ayes have it.
You said 6 months, we really need to include that.
Okay, moving forward to Chief, again, our Donald Park, and this one is for decision as well.
I know you guys have information packet. Read it out. So the dog park, so I know we talked a lot last time in reference to getting involved and getting some ideas. So I reached out to multiple companies. First company I reached out to, we currently have a call with them. And you guys purchased at waste station. So everything right in here you see, this is now, this is one for each one. And I'll show you the instructions of one.
You said we purchased what?
That waste station.
We have those?
Yeah.
By the park, the trail.
That's why the bill came in the Baker's name?
Yes. Yes. It's surprising me too. It took a while. So, right here you have two, the price right here, $11,130, that's for, two of each. So, two benches, two 80-frame runs, two of each of those, two of those, waste stations with the trash being built in, and two of the, dog watering. I already have,
Where are you seeing?
we already have plumbing there, or water meters right there at the property. This is Barco's good. So all this is that, that, recycled, plastic. So this was Nelson equipment. This is two A-frame runs, two pet stations, two of those trash cans, two benches, two shoulders. So it came in at 14,762. This was only option we had on that. See, is metal, mentioned metal, everything. It's not bad.
Okay.
But 14,762, 6 to 8 week lead time. Is,
Can you go back up for comparison? Go back to the other home. Okay, so they do have a sign, it's just over there. Okay, go back, that's a good comparison. I can go back one more time? Oh, the bench. Yeah. Right here.
yeah, so on this one, everything would match colors. So it would be green, and we can change the color of the dog bowl to green and black, or whatever color we want to be. I just did the yellow because yellow color. The issue with Belson doesn't have just the dog watering bowl. They have a dog and human watering bowl, which goal would probably be to just not put dog water.
Yeah.
Not
Was there a bench available with like a little division in between? You may have a problem with it, it's just like right there. No, the bench with the little, the division.
You go to Piedmont Park, they have the division and they still lay off.
I tried to do
The
that.
bench is not a bench for you, but the bench is.
But it's interesting you say that because I just saw this video on Instagram and they were talking about how you can, for better lack of words, redline an area by creating certain obstacles. You know, so what you're mentioning, I get what you're saying. I don't know if that is an option with these people, but at the same time, like she's saying, it's like even if you have to see obstacles, I don't know.
How you lay? I tried that. I did the one that took it at the hospital. They could do it.
I agree with what you said. You can create the obstacles, but somebody's always out there.
Because you put a board across the.
So this is the other place that somebody recommended. The only thing you do is build it out on here and get shifted
path.
No, we're not trying to do that.
Yeah, because then you get just like people the whole rather than if you just have the dog and you put on it, just
We got every individual.
yeah, one for each run. There's 2 runs.
I mean, right now, should we decide on which equipment they use? If you
Like 5 right now.
Can we go back to Marco real quick? So with Marco, the difference between them and Nelson is they have a little shoulder too. The other have a leash shoulder.
Yeah, the other one at least remember Nelson is all.
This is see if it gets too hot.
But no, I mean it was just of course the plastic stuff that.
I'd like the hard plastic look. Yeah,
That was big stuff.
hard plastic, I would think so. And it's very durable.
All this is in ground. I got the sitting ground.
Like there should be like one more item for the playing part for them. Like you know how they have the little things that dogs do with the feet, like that. Yeah, at least one more item. And then a lot of parks also have, which I don't suggest, but I'm just bringing this up as an item per se. The little cylinder shaped thing that dogs can run through, but somebody might get in there.
So I look at that. They're about 4,000.
For a little small cylinder, why would it be so expensive? But at least one more. I mean, we don't have to, but we're saying like it would be nice to have one more.
Is that like a barrel that one side's cut out of?
Yeah.
Could we just get a barrel and paint? No, like the same thing.
No,
Oh, so the crawl tunnel is 2230.
I don't know why it's still so high, but what do you guys think? Like one more, because it will look kind of empty now that I'm looking at this again. It would need one more. So you said is it gonna be lit? We did talk about that, and that it should be part. Yeah. Yeah. Gee, we could just add like a little. I'm gonna just say the little thing I was just mentioning for both runs, and I think that'll help a big deal.
Or can I add to it?
Sure.
Or for me, you don't necessarily have to do that. I just say something that's another obstacle that's economically sound, even if it's not the tunnel. Like if you see something else, let us know what that is.
Do they have like little cage circles for individual dogs, or like your dogs just want to be to themselves in a little circle? I've seen that in the park. That's out here too, and not only one of these dog parks. So what did the total come to? We said
Do we need to talk about colors right now?
So you can get if you
Is it green and beige?
you either put Nelson is only green if you want everything to match. Well, Marco was they make black. They make black in the bed. They don't make black.
So what is the yellow coming at if they make everything green?
That's just about.
said you're gonna change that to green.
Okay, so if that's an option, then okay, and it would actually say on the bench, pause and play.
Can that be changed? Or do they customize that, or it should be what it is?
So the construction part of it, so you see you have the option feet long, about a total of 50 feet wide. Each one has its own unique corner, so you can off the area. You can open the gate, you go back, unleash your ball, open the second gate. Right there, just below where it has that right arm swing right there, that's the also, where you see the crosswalk on the road, all the sidewalk right there, do curving, curving in it, so I'm going to try to pull it as best I can, depending on the thing you're going to say. We'll have this conversation on both curving. If it's not attached to actual concrete sidewalk, it's heavy. You go on random, the only part of the curving on the ground, with the sidewalk is holding it up. So also where the radius is, so where you see Johnson Street coming in the county, that radius is more of like a 90-degree swing. So you're going to come down the street, switch, you come down, you actually have to swing out right. Why? Remember how we did that parkway main. So in the construction plan, that radius back as well as an 80 on the other side to get a better radius forward there coming from council on
the sidewalk.
yeah, so all that'll be sidewalk. So where Johnson Street is, the corner, you see how that radius is cut back right there? You see the faint line? The faint line is what it is now. The dark line is where it goes back.
What are they doing over there to that sewage?
So that is on the other side of council, there's where the couch is there, the sewer house, the whole portion that it's on is up like this. So we gotta get the wall back out.
That's gonna make it a little.
As wide as a path,
And I think also there'll be, so you see where the right elbow is on the map, there'll be a 20, basically 20-foot round pad there. Like shade, over those shade there, we'll put the nice, big one, small one.
And where were you talking about?
Yeah, where the sidewalk bid to the right, wall.
Oh, okay. But you're saying that's for later on.
That's just an open line. You see the red and the little.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at my phone closer. It says that there's an existing concrete structure to remain. Right here. I don't know where it is over here, but
Oh, that was, they thought it was concrete. It was the stairs that used to be there, whatever was there.
okay, so that's
Yeah, there were little like granite steps, we kept granite. Figured out that. Yeah, it was, so these are the fence posts going in. And the shanty fence, 2040, fence work 2001, the same type of thing.
I think that black is nice.
So that's water with great, very big fix the radius. This pad with our triple pad. Yes.
And that looks just good.
Yeah, that's the
PKS is ready now. PKS, not seen. I called him twice. Both correct.
PKS is the one that did the,
Theater.
no. When we, remember this, we just said the same issue we're gonna have, we have to pull out. PKS are the ones that is the one from the Family Dollar too, right?
That one night,
Okay,
sidewalk,
yeah, I know they did the rest of it.
theater.
Right on, it's Cleveland. It's Cleveland. Oh, yeah.
The storm drain on it.
Right here.
Yep, actually, that's what.
Yeah. That's a good price.
So,
I took a permit, what happened?
I called him, he said, hey, this is the correct code. He said, yes. I said, you're on with, I said, I just want to make sure I know. Yeah.
$20,000 less than the other guy. 49.
And he all had the exact same proposal. Either one of them had anything.
I think that's the reason why we keep choosing PKS, because every time they got something.
But you were saying that there wasn't any concrete or whatever to move. Was it, you talked about the steps, the stairs that you pulled over.
Yeah, that was just, we already, it wasn't concrete.
But in the description, not this one, we just got this quote. Did we just get this
Yeah.
one?
The other company didn't have the removal of the,
$49.
there was.
It was just in the wording.
It was in the site.
Thank you.
So we had them, I've actually spoke to, looking in that. I've talked to the city. I've had them,
Two quotes.
Now, what's the 20 circle pad again?
that's what that was.
Oh, we're calling it a circle pad?
So if we want to go back to it, we can decision in the morning.
Personally, I would like to see financials. We're taking this out of splash one,
This is lost.
that's much.
We had budgeted for it.
When did we budget that? We voted on budgeting 150,000 for the dog park.
Yeah, we did. I just been waiting. Makes sense.
So,
Concrete is going, do it.
concrete is going, and then we go back to change. What can the rest of the other? So we right there at 50,000, looks like, but after we already did. Okay.
Before you all make a, oh, go ahead. Before you all make a decision, because I know we have a vote on. When people visit the dog park, I just thought about this. Are we opening up? Just let it open.
Instruction how to break those apart. Like, it's, you know, right here, you put it into, bring it back where you do back. Little signs like that. That's it, right? That's what.
I mean, we can get it back.
Yeah, you know, just little things like that.
Yeah,
something.
No, something like when they together.
Tuesday. It was times and
All right, council. Well, we have a decision on the agenda tonight for the dog park. Is it a certain way? Chief, we need to.
That's part of the construction agency, CGS.
Oh, no, I thought you were checking the consensus. I'm sorry. Okay. I'd like to make a motion to approve, PKS for the construction of the dog park at $29,955.65.
Is there a second? Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, I stand it. Next one.
So they're big and they're fast because I thought you said the other one was big and they went straight high.
Bravo is a big company nearby, but I called in. Most of them have network at the same answer services, like 500. So I kind of felt like that was coming. But Shanley, they answered Bravo.
So Shelby came out and they did the measurements. Sorry, we already voted on this.
Before we got it,
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Oh, yeah.
So when you called them, they came, immediately came out and did the measurements.
I'd like to make a motion to approve Chevy bids for the dog park. Is there a second? Second. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. All right.
the motion for the weekly review after you come back. After you come back, because we wanted to add another piece of play equipment when we revisit these parts.
The last final touch, yeah. But what do you guys say about the color though? Because that's not gonna change, right?
The water thing is gonna turn to green. Do you say you can change that, you can change it to green? The water, so it could be coordinated with the rest of the green.
So it would have to be green, right?
It could be black, I put it as an A-frame.
Yeah, I agree with that. So at least we have the aesthetics down pat. Mayor, you just sent the picture. I just want y'all to see how it went. Yeah, but that's a second grade. No, I think we talked about the type of stuff down. I would love this. I would.
We have to put that in the quote. We have to put turf grass.
It's really expensive.
It is.
The only reason I know that part is
What's the excuse? I don't know if it's a possibility, but you know how some high schools have turf donated certain companies. Maybe we can look for somebody that's willing to donate to our out of those turf companies willing to donate to our. It's not a far fetch, but a lot of turf is donated because it's made with little tires. It's made with something that's recycled. Okay, something recyclable. You know, thinking of this, it is a good investment because it's not like you have to replace it, right? Like once it's down, over time.
But if you don't have like the vacuum machine bag,
luxury lifestyle as our future goal in Lithonia. This is a good place to put our little coin into, especially if we're already saving on PKSs, you know. I have Avondale, Dog Park, City Avenue, City. It's really nice there. Yeah. And they've already built up the restaurant shops and everything. It's perfect, gorgeous. Yeah. All right, we're gonna move to our last new business item. This will be the second read by Ms. Ashley Waters, our city clerk, and this will be the text amendment for zoning.
Okay, this is just the second read of the text that we previously had. By requirements, we have to read the ordinance twice.
Just so you can let us remember, it's a lot going on. Okay, remember when he was here, right? That's what you're reading, the second read, right? I'm mistaken. But it's the bakery right here? What address?
This is our ordinance, our overall ordinance that would allow special exception. Actually, no, we would. We just passed the commercial district, the M1 and the M2 district. You all remember that conversation?
Yeah.
That was more recently than.
Okay. That we needed just in case they.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, that's what I'm reading. That's the second read of this ordinance. The one you all are referring to, we haven't got the application from them all yet. So that is at rest until we get application.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
No problem. So this is an ordinance to amend amend Article 2, zoning categories of Chapter 27, zoning, the Code of Ordinances in the City of Lithonia, Georgia, to provide for codification, to provide for suitability, to repeal conflicting ordinances, to provide an adoption date, to provide an effective date, and for all other purposes allowed by law.
That's it. All right, thank you so much. All right, we're gonna move forward. Is there a need for executive session tonight? Okay, do we have a city admin report or police update? All right, before we do council member update, real quick, put on your calendar, I'm noticing that Eagle is coming May the 9th. In Association, May 24th. Sunchill Brunch, May 24th. All of those on the list, should be. That's in the calendar. And also, okay. All right, and announce the new website for City of Lithonia, please. It's live. Thank you. All right.
So do everything from there. Still working with the Microsoft, just with everybody's email to doc up. So we do that, we'll have to email the process. So I think it's still working on that. But the new website is a little bit easier.
also, I know Mayor Jackson was talking about updating, making sure we had our projects on their website. So that'll be a whole lot easier too, right?
Everything. And we already had, I think, what was that? Even just the ticket payment. Because now you go on there, it goes directly into the justice home portal instead of us having to just to a third party and the club.
Antiquated.
Yeah. But pretty soon everybody's gonna be able to do that. That's what we're gonna do. We'll get permits, business license, everything will be able to be faster.
All right, any council member?
I do. I just wanted to let you guys know, I went to a comprehensive housing plan bus tour for the Cobb County. And this was before any housing or anything was discussed. It was an email, you know, this email coming through. I'm like, wow, that sounds like something interesting to do. So we went around to different places in DeKalb County, watching them build. I don't know if you guys agree with North DeKalb Mall. I went through it. Have you seen it?
They're working.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they tore most of the mall down, and they're gonna rebuild the malls, like you said, with stores and, house and above. Then we went to some other places, Gibson Station, New Life Townhomes. That was an idea. They had a comprehensive plan where they're going to, do some building once they acquire the property. So just looking at some of the transitions from a comprehensive plan to actually building it and to actually being completed, housing being completed. So that just gives me some thought and some motivation that we can do it too.
Commerce Wednesday.
I will just put out in for 11:45.
11:45.
I'll meet y'all here at 11:45. Yes, I did.
All right, anyone else, Councilman? Yes. Go ahead, Ms. Lynn.
Okay, off the street. So it's to the parent where, the guy that went to school was the coach. And, I went to the house and decided to do a few minutes clip of them maybe last summer, but the father came back and talked about the spirit of Lithonia, what it meant, and the impact the teachers had on the students. It had begun to fall down. So his sons are rebuilding it. And they have put a beautiful seating that when you come in and sit down, you can sit. It's a long bench. It's real nice. However, I did ask them to make sure they come back, get in touch with Ms. Rose, make her aware of what was going on. And they were supposed to have come and permit, for electric and other things. Also, I really want council to be aware because what's happening while they're building it, on the weekends, some of the kids in the neighborhood, some of the older people in the neighborhood have come and just sit down and talk about old times and watch them. This weekend yesterday they were playing softball. They played softball out there.
Which side are we talking about? Not the side by the senior citizen.
Across the street, okay, right up at the shed, that they had digged and, makeshift kitchen they had. And, they had, also, that little block, that little sign, it never have anything on it, they want to redo that. So, I just told you last time, to come back here, and they did come back. Just want to be there to see everybody out there, because it was quite good cars up there yesterday. And I didn't want anybody to get excited, just want to make you all aware, I did come up here.
Thank you. Any other
Yes, so thank you guys for coming out to Trash Bash. It was a success. It's just beautiful when you see things go from idea to manifestation. Awesome. So much so that we're requested to come back in a few months. So I look forward to us planning this on an even bigger scale. And it can be something that we can consistently do to keep down any type of nuances, trash, whatever else, and keep our so
Good job. Speaking of trash, before we adjourn, I know this is outside the city limits of Lithonia, but it just looks like somebody has just dumped a whole bunch of trash right here. Was that Clemson Highway, make a left on Klondike, off from Klondike, make a left straight, where those trucks are dropping their trailers off, like a whole bunch of trash. So is it a way that we can get with Stonecrest? Because I'm assuming that Stonecrest is not ours.
the same issue we have about the old package for Kim's. It's the same issue. They just found a new spot because they saw it now.
Oh, like, can we get like cameras? I don't know. Did we talk about that?
Yeah, remember we talked about their cameras or something, but we never. I talked to Roseberry maybe 2 weeks ago out of frustration, and she did tell me. I don't know if you told me too. She had kept mentioning that they had okay, and now she's actually partnered. She's got a person that she's partnering with, and then she was able to talk to a landowner that owns land right in there where they're dumping the trash. He doesn't live here, but he's coming here to partner with her to get some of that trash removed. My person. I work with her too.
So you're talking about on Swift, right? So they connect.
Yeah, I know what they're talking about too. I haven't seen it yet, and I don't want to see it, but it's the same thing. You stop dumping here because it's full, so now you find a new place.
Right, and then also I see on Conyers Street, well, actually it's Center Street, where we had the problem with the trucks parking across from the mobile homes. I see now there's a fence, and there's a bunch of trash over there. And I don't know, that fence wasn't always there, so now there's a fence there, and there's still trash. And it looks like they're leaving junked trailers, 18-wheeler cabs. It just looks like a truck cemetery.
One more thing. Sorry. Okay, so you know the area I just spoke of, right? Before you get to that trash, right? Off to the right hand side, back in the day, it used to be a club. I don't know if it was called Do Drop In or something like that. All right. So yesterday I saw smoke was everywhere, just burning up. I don't know if they're burning leaves. I don't know. But that's DeKalb County too, right? Okay, that's all I need to know.
That's the same place.
Yeah.
There's not, that's into each other.
That's like the order of so much. Remember, so that, the, how long was it? Everybody's going back to the one property on the left. That line, right? So it depends on where that property.
Yeah, that's the area.
So that's going to be, that should be on.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we need to annex that too.
They move it in.
Go ahead.
Tomorrow, the LPO is gonna give the booster club to Lithonia, give a check for their helmets.
Awesome.
10 o'clock.
The middle school?
Yeah, okay. It's a, JV range, the middle school, high school, right?
Yeah. Okay.
I need to go and give it a check. It's 10 o'clock. I thought you meant go to high school.
We went to the high school.
Middle school?
No.
Junior high school. So usually see it's the middle schools going into high school.
Right, so they're going JV.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so when you going to the high school? Yeah. Okay. All right. All right, so that's it for all the updates. I would like a motion to adjourn, please.
A motion to adjourn.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay. All right, thank you so much for bringing me. Yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Yeah, what's it for? I usually drunk. If I'm in a car with somebody next to me, I like her. We just gotta lay down all the windows. My mom, I don't care.
When we give her that, she was
See, that's what I'm saying.